Dr. David Banner, physician, scientist, searching for a way to tap into the hidden strengths that all humans have. Then an accidental overdose of gamma radiation alters his body chemistry. And now when David Banner grows angry or outraged, a startling metamorphosis occurs. The creature is driven by rage and pursued by an investigative reporter.
Mr. McGee, don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
The creature is wanted for a murder he didn't commit. David Banner is believed to be dead, and he must let the world think that he is dead until he can find a way to control the raging spirit that dwells within him.
Button me.
You got it.
Tickles.
It's supposed to tickle. You smell delicious. You taste pretty good, too.
Come live here with me, David. It only makes sense.
I'm here most of the time anyway, aren't I? It's best this way for now, Maggie, believe me.
You sound like you're protecting me from something.
What could I possibly be protecting you from?
The monster in you, maybe?
Monster?
Yes. You remember you told me once that before we met, you'd gone through a long period of self-destructive behavior. You didn't go into any details, even though I tried all my feminine wiles.
Yes, you did.
But you called it your monster. Your Mr. Hyde.
It's been 2 years since my Mr. Hyde has shown his ugly face. Why are you concerned now?
You were very restless in your sleep again last night. It worries me when you're like that. I feel like I can't do anything to help you.
You help me more than I can ever tell you.
Try, please. I think I need that too this morning.
Okay? I use you, your image, for control. I concentrate on you, as the old song goes, and I make it through. It's a little like AA, I suppose. You get through one nightmare at a time.
Oh, it was the same for me after Michael died. But I survived by losing control, by just letting loose.
Some things, Maggie, you can't just let loose.
Sweetheart, I wasn't meant to lead a lonely widow's life. I had my time. And you were not meant to be alone.
Very soon, I'll be certain that what once happened to me without warning will never happen again, ever. And then I will very seriously consider your sinful proposal.
Mr. Lambert, sir, please. Why a public unveiling of this gamma transponder? Won't security be a problem?
Security is only a problem when you try keeping something this big, this important a secret.
Why is the transponder so big, Mr. Lambert? So important?
Well, it's...
Zach, it's in all the press packages, Dan, and you know it. The transponder will create a nearly unlimited energy source by accelerating the decay of gamma-radiated material. Now, I'd say that was a big and important advance in the field of scientific endeavor. Wouldn't you, Dan?
Come on, little brother. No straggling.
Dr. McPhee, worked in biogenetics. Dr. McPhee.
This institute is in the business of the future. And that business of the future is science.
I've already heard this sermon.
Yeah, me too.
I am off to biogenetics. See you for lunch, love?
You got it.
Okay.
Oh, one thing I want to clear up. We are not putting the transponder up for bid as a weapon.
David,
We are looking to our fellow businessmen to help share.
glad you're here. The show and tell
As I
of the
said
transponder is
before,
going to begin in just a few minutes, and
incredibly
Josh would
cheap
appreciate
source
it very
of
much if you
Josh would appreciate if I would handle the presentation.
Gamma radiation.
Well, yes, that's
Few
correct.
short years-
I already said no, Zach, over a week ago. I'm sorry, but the answer's still the same.
Well, Mr. Lambert, who is the Lambert scientist responsible for making this discovery?
There'll be a press conference at 3 this afternoon. All your questions will be answered at that time. Jim, Weldon,
Mr. Lambert, any more information on the science?
Professor Feldheimer.
you shook your head. I assume that means that you're not going to take the credit, do you? Again, you're not going to stand up there with your creation and accept a little applause?
It was a team effort.
You led the way, and the team knows it.
I'm sorry.
He's sorry.
I have my reasons.
Whatever kind of trouble you're in, Mr. Banyan, I can help clean it up.
I appreciate the offer, Josh, but I don't want you involved.
Not involved. David, for God's sake, you've been with us for almost 2 years.
Well, I don't need the publicity. Everything I do need for what I have to do is here. You allow me to use the lab after hours? You pay me very well.
Yes. And there's also the added incentive of Dr. Maggie Shaw, biogeneticist.
That's right.
All right, I surrender. When we unveil the transponder, you may hide in the background.
As usual.
Ladies and gentlemen, a miracle in our time and the hope of the future. The Gamma Transponder and the people responsible.
Nearly 2 years of concentrated research, hard work, and the very real possibility of curing my problem seems at last to be here. Either a cure main lab.
Mr. Banyan, this is the woman you love. And she's lonely. And she's also a lot softer in all the right places than that transponder of yours.
You'll get no argument from me on that score. Now, what I have to do, Maggie, won't take long. Not long at all.
Be safe, love.
Yes. done to the transponder can be extracted from the computer by using the following access code. Banner DB. None of the changes that I have made will in any way diminish the equipment's primary function. As a matter of fact, might even suggest a primary function of their own. I've turned the transponder into a kind of giant Chinese puzzle, a puzzle to which only I have the key. And that key is a mechanism located in the laser field rotator, which reverses gamma polarity. This reversal will result in a radical mutation in the cells of the subject, myself, and cause complete remission. Many things could go wrong in this experiment, and if such does happen, then I request that my notes and my research be made available to the following persons. Dr. Randall Smythe Wilson at Cambridge University, Drs. Richard and Marion Higgins at Berkeley, and Dr. Margaret Shaw, head of biogenetics at the Joshua Lambert Institute.
You are David Banner, aren't you? If you're not, I'll just apologize profusely and get out of here. I just couldn't let you zap yourself with that thing until I was sure.
Who are you?
You had a beard the last time I knew you. Harvard 10 years ago? You were the guest genius at the time. Resident Merlin, and me, I was in trouble a lot.
Blake? Donald Blake?
The one and only.
Ah.
Look, David, I don't know why you're not using your real name or why you want people to think you're dead, and I don't care. Well, that's not true, really. I'm curious as hell. But I'm not going to ask or try to find out. That's your business, and it's going to stay that way.